whole half had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it?
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. KJ Hamler returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Lock now on 1st down. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Sam Sloman for the
extra. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke going to get this out quickly. Sutton with it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here we go. Alert three. Alert three. Kill.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw outside by Locke. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Rock going to take off with this. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chase Young able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
To the mark. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Go. Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Block. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And 9.
They're going option play on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good.
7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
6-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A big pickup of 38. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17,
Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21. Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Bang, 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 bang. 61, matchbox, light.
Here's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. He is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dwayne Smoot. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20. After the sack on first down, Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
Haskins pass.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down, here's Haskins. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dwayne Smoot picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A lot of times, it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke with a quick throw out to Judy. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Locke. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check the hot read. Split 64, weak.
Locke going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the option on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown, puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Well, we'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Rolling to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Block taking the snap at 1. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
Brandon McManus lining up.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
His kick is...
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
To kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Here's Haskins. He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now it's Haskins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw it is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Read. Here we go. SOS. H3 218. Chopper.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down.
At the 45-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Locke going to get this out quickly. Sutton with it. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Cortland Sutton. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Got an open man. It's Foster. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Robert Foster. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
Good.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Foster, and that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. Let's see if they can avoid doing it here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 3.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself confident.
On the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now he's forced out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
11 yards there, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Haskins on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the turnover, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Over first and 10.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And this will be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Today's finals, Washington 42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.